Hey everybody, it's Allie, the Canine Nutritionist from PadfootPoodles, and Pals. And today we're going to be talking about a weight loss plan for your adult, healthy dog. So please keep in mind this is only for adult dogs and dogs that are deemed healthy by their veterinarian. So please have them checked before you begin any weight loss plan. And if you're concerned that your dog is overweight but you're not sure, have your vet evaluate them, or join our group, the PadfootPoodles, and Pals Facebook group, and we can take it from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Step one, you want to make sure that your dog's food is working towards your goal. So ideally, you want to feed a raw or home-cooked food, either from a complete and balanced recipe, or you can use a commercial variety. If that's not an option, then you'll want to consider a limited ingredient freeze-dried food. This can be a very affordable option for medium to small dogs. At the very least, you want to make sure that whatever food you're using is working towards your goal. Many times people are feeding a kibble that's very high in carb or very high in fat, and it's actually helping to contribute to the weight problem rather than resolve it. The next step is to evaluate all of your treats, chews, and bones. All of these items have calories, and if you're feeding treats and chews that are high in calorie, high in carb, high in fat, all of these could work against you when you're trying to help your dog get healthy. So some healthy options that you can consider are carrots, broccoli, celery, green beans, and there are many, many more, again, available in the list in the Facebook group. Step 3 is going to be get moving. So you're going to want to increase your dog's exercise to at least 30 minutes per day. And this is intentional, low-impact exercise. Walking, playing fetch, swimming is an excellent option, especially for dogs who are incredibly obese. It's a lot easier on their joints. Anything you can do to get your dog moving more than they usually are moving is going to help. You want to help burn those calories, so in conjunction with a healthy diet, your dog will start to lose weight. One of the things that you should be doing on a weight loss journey with your dog is make sure that you're measuring the food. A lot of times people just use whatever scoop they have, if they're using a kibble, or if they're using a raw or a home-cooked diet, they're not measuring out the food. It's very, very important that you measure out the food so you know exactly how much your dog is getting. And if you're going to use the recipe in this video, which is at the end, you want to make sure that you're feeding either 2.5% or 3% of your dog's ideal weight. Not how much they weigh now, as they're overweight, their ideal weight. And that will help them to meet that goal. Another challenge that people face is making sure that all of their family members are on board. If grandma comes over to visit her grandpuppy, you have to make sure that she understands that she can't be feeding table scraps from the table or giving the dog additional calories from treats or chews or biscuits. Make sure that anybody visiting or any family members in the home are all on the same page about what the dog is eating and how much they can eat. I cannot tell you how many times I have done consultations for clients who come back to me after 2, 3, 4 weeks of progress, and then all of a sudden their dog starts gaining weight again, only to find out that a family member is mixing an additional egg or two into their food or increasing the calories in some way. The next important step is as your dog loses weight, you need to be weighing them and adjusting how much you're feeding as their weight drops. So as they are losing weight, right? They're not going to be at that starting point anymore, and so you're going to want to reduce the food intake. This is another place where people get tripped up because they see that their dog is making progress and then continue to feed the same amount of food, and then the weight loss plateaus. So it's very important that your dog has bi-weekly weigh-ins. You can either do it at your home or you can take them into the vet's office. Many vets will allow you to use the scale for free, right? Just come in, weigh the dog, and then leave. And this is a really great way to keep track of their weight loss and make sure that you're writing everything down, because as the weeks progress, you're not going to remember what you did 2 weeks ago. And last but not least, you need to have a plan for after they have reached their ideal weight. So what this means is if you started out feeding a low quality, high carb kibble, which caused your dog to become overweight, if you just go back to feeding that food again, your dog is going to gain the weight back. So it's very important that you start your dog with all of these healthy habits, but then also have a plan for what you're going to do after they've lost the weight. One really great resource is, as I've mentioned, the Facebook group that we have. You can get additional support after your dog has lost weight or while they're in the process. You can also use the recipes that are located in the files that are complete and balanced. That way you can continue to feed them a healthy food. If you're looking for a kibble or freeze-dried or even canned option, I do have a recommendation list that I have in the files, and you can use that to help you on your journey.